What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Boy, I find this almost too fitting to happen today. Um, we got Odell Beckham Jr., who's in visiting Cowboys. Everybody is getting gaga gaga over Odell and bringing him in here as we're sitting here hoping and praying that Odell Beckham Jr.'s leg will stay attached the way it's supposed to and be able to play here at the end of the season. We got 5 regular season games left. 5 regular season games left. And right now, the snafu is his health, and he's literally not doing any workouts. If you're not doing any workouts, I mean, this isn't like when you're at the draft, or getting ready for the draft, and you're at the combine, and you say, I'm not going to go ahead and do any workouts. I'll do private workouts later, as opposed to being part of all the other ones. This isn't it. There is no time before the draft. You got playoffs in like 6.5 weeks. There's no time. And here's what's kind of forgotten, and it kind of came back full circle here to remind us that we had Amari Cooper here. Amari Cooper, who has stayed healthy this year. He hasn't been on exactly a great team with a great quarterback, but has some good numbers. We wouldn't be doing the whole kiss Odell Beckham Jr.'s ass and hope that his leg stays together to help us into the playoffs. So here's where it all came back around in deja vu. The Titans, who are winning their division and are going to be a playoff team, fired their GM, Jon Robinson. Jon Robinson, who traded A.J. Brown to the Eagles, who got 2 touchdowns against said Titans. He traded him to the Eagles. He got a first, the number 17 pick, and the 101st pick as well. So we got 2 draft picks. 2 draft picks for A.J. Brown. Okay. And the Titans said, you know what, dummy? You're a freaking idiot to get rid of that receiver. We don't have any deep threats. We should have kept that guy. What were you thinking? Getting rid of him? Now, we don't have a deep threat as we get ready for the playoffs. You're fired. Yes, as Vince McMahon would say, you're fired. But you at least look and say, well, we got a couple of draft picks from it. So let's look at this from the standpoint of what we did. Jerry Jones trades Amari Cooper to the Cleveland Browns for a 5th-round pick that we used to get Matt Lewinsky. Now, I'm not going to say that Matt Lewinsky, might not be a great player down the road. I'm not saying that. We'll have to wait and see. But if Jon Robinson got fired for trading a guy and getting a 1st and a 4th, and we traded a guy who you have to look at and say, is on the same par, talent-wise. Jerry? Wouldn't it be nice if we still had Amari Cooper as that deep threat? Or that possession receiver? That guy that makes great routes? A guy who didn't have an ACL surgery? And in the end, If we end up, because here's where it's really kind of crazy, we still had $6 million in dead money this year. So if let's say, because we heard Odell is looking for $20 million a year, if you can talk him down to $14 million, if you can talk him down to $14 million, and you add the $6 million in dead money for Amari Cooper, you in essence are paying the same amount of money. And now you're getting a guy who has 2 ACL surgeries on the same knee in 2 seasons, who may not be ready to play this year. Let's not forget. Now, forgive me. Now, let me say, um, let me say this, because we kill the Cowboys. We kill the Cowboys when they make mistakes. Okay? And we should. But we also need to praise them when they do some things right. You can't look at what the Cowboys did this year and not say they did some incredible things. You think of losing Tyron Smith for as much time as we did. We drafted a rookie who was plugged in day one and has held up that offensive line better than anybody we've had that's ever stepped in relief for Tyron Smith. Just have. You are blessed to have that. You found young talents that you look and say, yeah, he's going to be great going down the road, that's playing really, really good right now, and a guy like Sam Williams in the second round. You can look and say, we got ourselves a great kick returner in free agency dirt cheap. You can look and say, we've got what potentially could be a great tight end as an undrafted rookie free agent in Peyton Hendershot. You can look and say, we got great role players like Dante Fowler for dirt cheap. You can look around and say, Malik Hooker, who had an incredible, interception and stuff there this past week that you got from as a free agent, that's literally chump change. Or a Deron Bland, who was another guy who was late in the draft, who ends up getting 2 interceptions. You can look at all of these pieces that, at the time when the outsiders were looking at it and saying, meh, that are great. But unfortunately in life, you can do 99 things correct, and it's the one thing that you do wrong that everybody will focus in on. It just is. It just is. So yeah, right now, maybe that is the missing piece for this puzzle for the Dallas Cowboys this year. Maybe it was an expendable piece. Only time will tell. We'll see. We'll see. Peace.